Jim?
Up here.
What are you doing?
I am packing up the studio.
What for?
Well, on our last video we got our first dislike.
And so what?
I figured, after some tough soul searching, if someone doesn't like what we're doing, we really can't do it anymore, so.
Well, I guess that's kind of true.
Yeah. So, do you want to help me? I can't reach that one, so.
Yeah, okay.
Try this side. Well, friends and otherwise, you have been clickbaited. We are not shutting down the channel. Sorry to disappoint our first hater. Alright, enough of that garbage. Today we're going to talk about the music video, specifically what I personally thought we did right and what we did wrong, and maybe what I think I would do differently for our next one, which will happen sometime in the future maybe. In the spirit of doing a good video essay type thing, you start with what we did right and then go to what we did wrong. In terms of the music, generally we had a decent sound and the recording was nice, all of the tracks, it was recorded well, so it was a clear sound even if what it was hearing wasn't always that good. And I think from what I've seen of real bands doing live performances, it definitely wouldn't have been a bad live performance if we were performing live. That's no big excuse, really, because it wasn't a live performance, it was a recording. And then in terms of video, which was my area of expertise, I really liked some of the shots that I set up. Sounds narcissistic, but also the ones from the side, like this one, where you see past to the one and it's focused on the other. That was actually Andy's idea, so clap Andy. Those were like really good shots. And then you don't see it, but I actually set up a light just in front of my piano. That was one of our studio lights, which have no diffuser at all, and then diffused by hanging a sheet, like a bed sheet, between a tripod, I think, no, a microphone stand and a bench that we stood up on its side. So very creative solutions there, and it actually worked. It really helped to light up the scene, which was very necessary there. They're very yellow lights there, just all yellow, which is a lot harder to work with in video than just a white light. The piano shot, I really messed up. As you can see, you can only see my left hand, when in fact, like during the solo, my right hand was doing all of the stuff that would be worth watching. That was a mess up. Otherwise, the editing was amazing.
Are you sure about that?
Just say
What?
that Jim complained.
I complained
for
so much.
3 days before he finally started editing. Before he started editing.
That's why I was joking about the editing.
Then he quit like 3 times.
No, do you know how painful this was? This is a perfect segue. Here's what we did wrong. Here's the thing that I was most annoyed with. Editing it was a pain in the butt. Okay, so here's the thing. We only used the one camera, which is the camera we're filming on right now, because it's our main camera. Sure, we could have set up a lot of cameras. We have plenty of cameras. We have cameras, and like phones as well have pretty decent cameras for something that simple. So we could just do that, but instead we took one camera and we set it up a whole bunch of times and we played the song through. Not even through. I don't know why we were so stupid, but a couple of times when we set it up, we'd play part of the song and then be like, okay, and then we mess up. Instead of taking the thing again, we just pick it up again, which is so dumb. You should okay, so then we should have had a metronome, okay, so we were always going at the same tempo, because Andy, when he was mixing the audio tracks, he was like, it was so on tempo, I could move things around from previous tracks, and so we could overlay and stuff, and I didn't experience that. You know why? I don't know, because basically then I got there, and it's just all different. I tried to line up 2 songs, like 2 tracks, and about 10 seconds in, it's completely off, and it doesn't come back.
Well, I only lined up 2 small parts of 2 tracks. So.
Great, well, goody for you. So if we were to do it again, either we should have done the whole song beforehand and then lip synced along to that, you know.
Definitely what we do next time.
Or if we're doing the other kind of music video, which is more of the live studio version, we set up all the cameras and then we play it once through. And then we can sync up the good audio track to all of the feeds, all of the cameras, because all of the cameras will have been taking the same take. And then in terms of video, not enough light. This I couldn't really have gotten around because we simply don't have more lights. But basically, as you can see with most of the video, it's got subjects just lighted up, and then the background is usually super dark, and it's just, you know, it works, I guess, but like it's not ideal. If I could have done it over and had everything I wanted, I would have lit up everything, made it all brighter, and then tuned it down in post, because that's actually, it's just better to have everything you might need rather than what you think you need. That was the first video I actually properly like color corrected. It wasn't corrected, it was like mixed. So here's what it looked like originally, and then I changed it to this. So you can see I just went with purple because I was feeling like, okay, let's add some purple. So yeah, that's fun. And then what else? Okay, so for video there as well, I have only one camera, so already talked about that. So that's all. Otherwise, the link for the music video is in the description, just in case you haven't seen it yet, because, you know, always plug.
Give us a dislike, because we are collecting.
Comment down below to see an epic Nerf shootout battle. Clack. And he's dead. Alright. So this has gone off as per usual, and now I'm out of focus and I'm getting too bright very quickly. Oh no, what's happening?